T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13, Alchemist Prime. Alchemist Prime is the metallurgist, I think that's a real word, of the Primes. He has the ability to contact metal and change it into other types of metal, or I don't think it's specified. He might be able to change it to whatever element is needed for the creation of structures and other things. I'm betting he helps with Solus Prime so they can make weapons and whatnot. But he's typically a nice guy, and it is believed that he stayed on Cybertron, or it's confirmed that he stayed on Cybertron as another with the alias McAdam, like he did on, I think this show was called Cyberverse. This was the Build-A-Figure. I never reviewed it after building the figure, but they allude to him turning into some type of truck with the fifth wheel back there and whatnot. This color scheme makes me think of Grimlock from Beast Wars. Even the mask, the helmet, like the whole shape of that makes me think of Dinobot. Well, let's get into this guy. Transformers come in all shapes and sizes and whatnot, but I kind of wish that all the Primes were at least bare minimum Voyager class to make them a little bit more complex and whatnot. Now, this one, it reminds me of a Transformers Prime figure, where they put a lot of detail, like the whole aesthetic of it looks like that. It's a lot of detail in it, and you can barely tell, besides it has things like wheels on it and a windshield on the back. You can barely tell that this actually becomes anything, which I think is a really cool aspect, because when it does change into the alt mode, it really looks like that alt mode. It doesn't look like it changes into this, which is crazy. Now, things I don't like are the hollowness right here, and the fact that they didn't give him rotating wrist. This Build-A-Figure didn't need to have any transformation gimmicks, but it at least has a rotating wrist. And let's see if this is one of his tools. Let's see if he can actually hold this. Oh yeah. So if you have both of these figures, or if you bought a figure that had this hammer, boom, that's an extra weapon for him. Here are the lenses. They can be wielded in multiple ways. I think there is, let's see, there is a symbol. Yeah, it's very hard to show that symbol right there. It almost looks like a Predacon. But here we have that symbol right there. So I'm thinking it might not even be related to him. This should be his symbol. But these things can be wielded as blades. Like if he holds it like this, he can put it on his arm in the blade direction, so that they're by his fist, or like this, where that could be a gun. That's how I like to do it. Or we can plug these together and they become the lenses, like that. And here's one of those reasons why you should have rotating wrist, because you could get this actually held easier if his wrist rotated. But if you hold it in front of him, I guess he can use his lenses right there. So there you go with that. Outside of those arms though, I do like the effort they put into making the legs not look hollow. That's good. But let's get into the articulation. The head is on a ball joint. It can rotate. Like, he actually has a neck hinge, so he can look up and down and transform, by the way. But his neck is kind of like always angled up. So when you rotate the head, it rotates and looks up. The arms do this. They rotate. Bicep swivel. 90-degree bend. Waist rotates. Leg go back, forward, out to the side on a ball joint. No, that's not a ball joint. Swivel. Bend 90, and you get ankle pivot. No rock forward or anything. Now, as far as the feel, he is a big, bulky figure at deluxe class price with a significant amount of paint on the front, at least. So, as you can imagine, he feels kind of hollow, especially compared to a deluxe, a Voyager class dude like Brawl right here. Brawl is more filled out, even though he still has some hollowness and whatnot. Watch my review for that. He definitely is filled in with more dense plastic. Here is Quick Strike, who is a deluxe class. Quick Strike actually feels heavy, but their bodies are shaped different. Here's Wheeljack. And another Prime. I do have Micronus's Apex armor and himself right there. So he's still even small right then and there. I need to review that. Next door, I need to also review that, I should say. Wait, that isn't the last Prime I have laying around. I do have this guy. Let's move this out of his face. No, there we are. So to get this out of the way, he's just an okay figure. Okay as this guy right here. Not all that spectacular, but he's one of the primes. Anywho, to transform him, I'm going to open up his chest and put his head in there. Shut that. Lift the arms up like this. And put these fists in. It's universal that it looks like this in the instructions, and that would probably be better for alt mode, but they pop out because of the way they're sculpted. I'm pretty sure you could fix that in some type of way, but I do not care enough. Rotate the waist around. Then we can open his legs, and right inside we can open these panels up to get the feet in there. Same thing on this side. Put the foot in there. I will at this point shove these peg-in or clip-in points that way. Bend the knees. And now we can just grab here and separate that. This is a hinge. We need to rotate that up. And I'm going to take the windshield and put this into a windshieldy position. And move the arm over top of that, because that's where it clicks together. There's a tab hole right there, some tab holes right here. Separate this, lift that up on this side, get it over there, and peg, come over that and peg that together, peg the forearms together. Now we can lift the legs. There's a little notch right there. You need to lift that over this and shut that. Shut this, and now it is a military style SUV right there. This is what that would look like if that was all the way in, but it juts out, which doesn't really hinder things. I'm feeling like in testing they saw that and was like, nah, whatever. But now it is a truck, a fully pretty much cohesive truck. Right there. A lot of trucky details that were in your face in robot mode, but you didn't actually see it. The wheels are clip-on. If I didn't have this glossy surface right here, they would roll, but it's just sliding. You do have some peg-in points right here, so we can put the lenses up there. And you can have firepower. I guess since they're like half magical, these would just probably materialize on him, and then he can fire. Or maybe they transform in some type of way, whatever your imagination wants. He doesn't have any other peg endpoints that are actually useful. Well, you got that. Size comparisons. Here it is next to 86 Bumblebee. G1 Universe Optimus Prime. Voyager class animated Motormaster. And a Deluxe class Devastation Wheeljack. So, because he's a truck, he's bigger, but they're roughly close to being around the same length. They transform differently, so mass and blah blah blah. As far as his truck mode, can't complain too much. I like it. I like that it has a transparent windshield. It becomes some type of futuristic military style SUV. So yeah, I like it. Back here looks incomplete-ish, but is not too crazy. And if, like I said, if I didn't have it on this surface, it would roll. But I have this surface, so it doesn't. Anywho, you take these things off, open these panels up, bring that down, and while we're here, bring the feet out. And now we can separate this, separate this, rotate it this way, rotate that down that way, and go ahead and close this up. And we could take this double hinge windshield and lift that forward. Down here we can straighten the legs up, rotate the waist, separate the legs, close these panels, open this panel and grab on this and flip out the head. Rotate the arms down, the fists came out by themselves, and boom, here he is. He is a robot again, and you are happy. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should